Roger. Roger that. DEFCON 49. Roger that. Greetings from the right coast. This is Mad Shad. What are we going to talk about today? Well, we are currently at DEFCON 49. The aliens are hovering outside our atmosphere as we speak, cloaked. There's been a few up there that kind of, their cloaking device is kind of getting a little Romulan kind of fuzzy there. So we're beginning to see them. In other news, Biden and Trump have did their little transition of power, and Harris has started to peel back the layers of her skin to show that she is indeed a reptilian alien. Pelosi has eaten Pence because she too is a reptilian overlord from the constellation of Skaramatake. So I'm wearing my helm because I don't want them to infiltrate my brain housing group, which will reveal my plans for world domination. Not really. I'm just going to be looking for the last Twinkie, which I know is out there. And if you've got it, send it to me now. Cheers. So hard to drink in these helms. Woo! That's good stuff. Anyway, please make sure that you wear your helm, tinfoil, aluminum, anything of that nature. Usually tinfoil. We know that tinfoil, aluminum stops the mega ultra brain penetrating waves that they use to control your cerebral cortex and to read your mind. And we know that that's very, very important that for them to read our minds, because they need to know what we're thinking. We also know that all pew-pews are being confiscated as we speak. They're literally being materialized by tractor beams and things of that nature from the reptilian overlords in our atmosphere. So, if you have any pew-pews still, I would suggest that you wrap them in aluminum foil. If not, it's time to go to melee weapons. And let's get it from there. Now, mind you, they do have laser weapons and the neutron bomb, which totally obliterates anything that's organic. So coat yourself in aluminum foil to disrupt and repel their death rays. If you do not do that, then you will be dematerialized and turned into a tasty smoothie. Yeah, which they will slurp up with their straw-like appendages. Water is no good. It's been tainted with these alien microbes, and so from now on, the water is not safe. Don't drink the water. Drink liquor and beer instead. That's very important to do that. It has also become apparent in my intel that any kind of Patsy Cline music played at full blast, or if you're just humming the tune. And oddly enough, Slayer, any song from Slayer will do. I don't know. Pew-pews are ineffective, but we know that melee weapons work the best. So make sure you've got a good sword or something of that nature. If for a chance that you are raided by the Reptilian Bureau of Investigation or the alien force, the alien training force, they will just they're just going to confirm that your pew-pews have been dematerialized and brought up by the tractor beams, whatever. So that being said, we are definitely the human race, as we know it, is being not decimated, but put on a vegan diet because meat makes us fat and kind of gristly. So that vegan whole grain diet, free range diet, makes us tastier for the reptilian overlords when we become their smoothies. Pump up your drug supply. So if you know that you're about to be eaten by said reptilian overlords, go ahead and inject yourself with massive amounts of methamphetamines, ivermectin. We found out that ivermectin actually destroys the reptilian virus that is permitting us and makes us nice little cows, if you will. They require our obedience. The obey trucks are running around as we speak. Make sure that you drink copious amounts of alcohol. Copious amounts, because that makes them drunk and slow, and able to get them with your melee weapons. Like I said before, all pew-pews are non-existent, and if you do have them, it's only going to be dematerialized shortly. With that being said, please make sure that this thing is razor sharp and honed. Oh crap. Oh. Got it. Anyway, yeah. If you are, encountering these reptilian overlord forces, all you really have to do is run around in circles and run zigzagged, because they're a lot like an alligator and they can't zigzag. They can only go really fast in a straightforward line. So if you zigzag, bob and weave, juke and jive, then they can't track you. And then what you do is you stop, and they can't see you because you're not moving. Their whole mind, their reptilian mind, predatorial reptilian mind, is based on movement. So no jazz hands, none of that. If you catch yourself in a situation where you're getting, you're running, oh shit, they're after me, oh, stop. And they will literally run past you because in their mind, in their little reptilian mind, you have disappeared. And they are now currently, will be looking for you. So you have to stop. Hammer time! Yeah, anyway. Or you can go, hoo-yah! And take them out. It is if you want to take your sword or your axe or melee weapon or something of that nature and sprinkle some a little bit of salt on there, maybe some turmeric. I would suggest maybe even a little bit of alcohol. Then when you strike, if you do not inflict a mortal wound, you will indeed create a cancerous, boiling fucking cancer, and they will have to be taken away and regenerated. Whew, man, I'm out of breath here. Body armor is going to be essential because they like to grab for the heart and just rip it right out and eat it in front of you. So make sure you wear your body armor. You have to have your body armor at all times, because they can literally rip out your heart, because they can hear it. They can hear it going boom, 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 boom. So that's if you're in your sleep and you're sleeping in your house and they kind of sneak in, and they're gonna do that. They're gonna do their little reptilian snakes, worms, if you will, reptilian worms. So them the vermin will try to sneak in. So make sure you sleep with your sword at all times. Hiya! So you can, wake up and defend yourself, because they are coming for your heart. And make sure that you wear your helm at all times, because they can read your thoughts and actually control you. They can go open the door. Let us eat your hearts. Yay. So, we are currently at DEFCON 49. The alien reptilian forces are marching down our streets as we speak, but we cannot see them because they are cloaked. They all have a personal cloaking device that we cannot see. But if you have a pair of Ray-Bans that were made back in the 1995, you can see them. Oh yes. Or if you just close one eye and kind of blink it really, really fast, you can see them as well, or do this. But any kind of movement that you make is going to alert them as well. Whew, man, I am burning up. They must be trying to hit me with a heat death ray or something. I don't know. Oh god, yeah, they're trying to hit me with their heat death ray to heat up the aluminum foil helm and purposely fry my brain. So I probably have about 5 minutes of life in me before my brain turns into a Slurpee. And like I said, they're going to try to, if they cannot dematerialize you, if they cannot take your heart, they're going to try to, they're going to try to eat us. That is the sole purpose. That is why they're getting rid of red meat. Any type of electronic devices that can be used will be used against you. Can and will be used against you. So if you do, make sure that you have like maybe a Walkman from the 80s, and it's got a little speaker on it, and you can play that Patsy Cline music or Slayer, or hum the tune at all times. I don't know. Maybe you can, if you got a guitar, bust it out and just bust out some hardcore riffs, or hum some Patsy Cline, and their heads will literally explode. I've seen it happen. Even in while they're in full cloak, they will full cloak, and if you hum that tune, anything that's cloaked, their head will go pink mist. Actually, it's a green mist. Their blood is green, because of their molecular structure. So these are the things that we know. This is the intel that's coming in. Make sure that make sure that you talk to your cats, because they can actually talk to you. They can read your minds, and there's reports coming in that cats can actually talk back. Oddly enough, they're speaking English to people. Dogs are telepathic, and they actually try to talk to you telepathically. They've always been that way. We've also got reports that dolphins and octopus are actually leaving the atmosphere. They've been a peaceful, benevolent race of aliens that have been living here. And we're hearing reports that they're flying through the atmosphere, escaping, and going on to another, probably Titan, because it's full of water. Titan outside of, I think it's Jupiter? No, Saturn. I don't know. Just check your Google, check your Google Maps for that, and maybe you can hitch a ride on one of these dolphins. I'm getting reports that they're singing songs that says "so long" and "thanks for all the fish." As a human being, we've got to get ready, and it's too late. They are upon us now, and literally walking through our streets en masse, cloaked, so we can't see them. So make sure that you have your helm. It's not bulletproof. Like I said, all pew-pews are being dematerialized as we speak. the alien training force, and the reptilian bureau of investigations. They are literally in reconnaissance of all said pew-pews, and they know all their locations because China made a tracking device inside the serial number itself. So thank you, China. Even if anything was made in the good old US of A, of course, a lot of them outsource. If you know what I mean. A lot of things get outsourced, and that's when it gets implanted. Any kind of FNFAL or whatever. If it comes to a gun shop, then it gets implanted. Usually by a cloaked reptilian agent that no one can see, and he inserts it right into the serial number. Yes, my dog is telling me, what's that, Charity? Okay, my dog is telling me that telepathically that the reptilian's heart is in their left ankle. Yes, the reptilian's heart, one of them. They've got, what's that? What's that, Charity? They have three. They have three hearts. One is in their left ankle. One is in their right elbow. And one is, really? In their left butt cheek. I don't understand that, but to actually destroy and make and render them a non-combative and useless, you have to strike at those vital areas, going for the being very, very good and fluid and striking that left elbow, possibly with an upper, and going for that, or the left. I would go for the left ankle. Boom, sever that. Poke it a few times, get pokey and stabby with it, and then I would come around and slice at that elbow. So yeah, and then I would come here, boom, go for the head, pull them into the back of them, get to the rear, and literally slice the left butt cheek, and that will literally render them useless in combat, and they will slowly start to bleed out, and green blood will flow. The green blood will flow. Make sure not to get it on you. Not that it's acidic or anything like the aliens from Xenovo. I mean, come on, that's stupid. That's idiot. Why would you have acidic blood that burns holes in things? That makes no sense. So it actually, no, don't get it on you because it stinks really, really bad. It's kind of sticky. It's hard to get off. You really have to get some, Dawn's dish detergent and a scrubbing pad, and it smells. It actually smells like burnt spam. Yeah, it actually smells like burnt spam. So cheers. Make sure that you drink copious amounts of alcohol. Smoke a lot of cigarettes. Pump up your drug supply, and you will be less tasty for them. Eat a lot of meat. If there's meat, eat it, because they hate humans that have been eating meat, because they in turn are meat eaters, and meat eaters don't like to actually eat meat eaters in their alien world. So they usually have like a cash crop, a human cow population, which has been decimated due to a virus similar to what we have here in the form of measles or chicken pox, which makes them just renders them useless. So please, I must tell you, humans, that we must band together and fight these alien reptilian overlords that wish to turn us into Slurpees for tasty meals. I've heard reports that they are trying to retrofit fast food joints to cook humans, to serve man if you will. So apparently all the sci-fi shows and everything were real. They're all true. Everything, every sci-fi movie you've ever seen is all true. So, with the exception of Aliens. Sorry, Sigourney Weaver, you didn't make the cut. Sorry. Now, we have heard reports that Predator himself is coming down to hunt these guys because these reptilian overlords actually stole the Predator technology and is using it as their cloaking device. And the Predators are not happy about that. And if you know anything about the Predator movies, they don't like that shit, and they will definitely go and blast things from their very, very cool shoulder mounted weapons. Which, man, I would love to get one of those. You know, wherever you just hell yeah. But they too will be using melee weapons. Do not, if you do see a Predator about, if for some reason you do, remind, you know, now mind you, their cloaking devices are a little bit kind of as you've seen from the movies. I don't know why. You would think an advanced race would actually work on that, but they haven't. So they are very susceptible to any kind of melee weapons or any kind of damage that you do. They only have one heart. So, but mind you, be careful of their wrist Vault-Tec type wristband that literally has a nuclear bomb inside of it. So when they die, they will do their countdown, allowing you time to run away. There may or may not be an audible warning, possibly in their native tongue, whatever that is. You know. So it would behoove us to review those movies and try to translate that language so that we can therefore talk to them and become allies, or they were going to take our spine and brain and our spine and skull and use it as trophies. So with that being said, what's that? Yes, I have heard reports that they are definitely in my neighborhood, and they're going home to home. Oh no. No, not Mrs. McFeely. Come on. No. Oh no. So yeah, it's going down, folks. It's getting bad out here. Please be careful. Oh, and take a bath in tomato juice. For some strange reason, tomato juice kind of mask your scent, if you will, and they cannot smell you. You smell like a tomato, which they hate. They hate tomatoes. I've heard reports that people are actually making tomato slingshots, if you will. There's a few reports of people using tomato grenades that are actually repelling them. They absolutely find it disgusting. Italians are actually not going to go for the Italians first because they're inundated with tomato sauce and wait. Yes, Mama. A lot of Italian moms, Italian cooks are actually using tomato sauce as a weapon. That they've been everybody in Italy now is cooking tomato sauce, and they're gonna pair it with a nice Chardonnay or maybe a Merlot, and definitely a shot of Ouzo afterwards. But anyway, I digress. Italy, they're going after Italy last because they hate tomato sauce. I really have to get this down me, get this in me here. Because they are literally getting closer. And folks, the alien invasion has begun. Long live the humankind. Defiance, defiance, defiance. Repel the reptilian overlords. This is Mad Shad. And I will survive. Signing off.